Colored vinyl. I have really started getting into that more. And when a new album comes out, if there is a color variant, I tend to pick that up if it goes with the aesthetic of the record. It's something that I think is just really cool. And we're going to check some of those out here on this episode of Todd's Turntable Talk. Welcome to another episode of Todd's Turntable Talk. Before we get started, like always, I want to remind everybody to please hit that subscribe button and the notification to let you know whenever new episodes drop on our channel. I am a sucker for colored vinyl, especially if it matches the aesthetic of the record. Lots of artists now are putting out variants. Taylor Swift puts out like 94 variants of every record. It's exhausting. But a lot of times, artists will release a standard black vinyl, and then certain stores will get color variants. Usually Target, Walmart, Amazon, stuff like that get color variants. And I know I always talk about supporting local record stores, and I still like to try and do that whenever I can, but not at the expense of what I like in my collection. I'm sorry. I love colored vinyl on certain stuff, and a few of them that I just loved that I thought were so cool. And my music taste is very eclectic. I love rock, pop, hip-hop, R&B, everything. And that also includes Disney. So here I got, this was a Walmart purchase, the Moana soundtrack. And I wanted it also because it is on beautiful ocean blue vinyl. And I think that is just really cool. And I love how it matches the aesthetic of the record. Because, the album, the whole movie takes place mostly on the ocean, and it's it just looks really, really slick. And I couldn't do one without doing one about my favorite band. So U2 has done some colored vinyl as well. This is their Songs of Innocence album, and this came out on a beautiful just white vinyl that I thought was really cool. It's harder. White vinyl's tricky because it's harder to see the lines for the grooves if you want to skip to a different song. But I love this album. That's Larry Mullen Jr., the drummer, hugging his son there. And I just think it's awesome. This is Jack White's Fear of the Dawn. Came out in 2021. It is an amazing album. And he did it on what he called denim blue vinyl, which looks like this. I love the swirly kind of splotchy, and it's also see-through in spots. I don't know if it's coming through, but little pieces of it are also transparent, which I thought was really cool. And the nice thing is, when Jack does special things, they never go out of print. So you can get this anywhere. If you ever go to a record store and they've got a Jack White album sitting there and they've hiked up the price because it's a special pressing, that's not the case. There is no such thing. There's no such thing as a Jack White limited special pressing that you can't get any of anymore. A great example is Lazaretto. The Lazaretto album was done on an Ultra LP. You can still get that today. You can still go right to its website and get it. If any store has it and claims it's a special thing, it's not. Jack White doesn't limit those things. He makes it so everybody can own them. Another one I dug, this is Pink's new album, Trustful. This is an amazing record. And I had to get the Target version because the Target version is on pink vinyl. You can't have pink without pink vinyl. If you do, what are you doing with your life? But this is a great album, especially the song When I Get There, which is about her father that passed away. It is such a sad song, but such a beautiful song. And I've always loved her style, her voice. I've always thought she was an amazing artist. And this album is no exception. Last two I'm going to show you, and I just got these recently. They were ones my ex-girlfriend had, and I definitely wanted to have them in my collection because I just love her stuff. And that's Olivia Rodrigo. This is her first album, Sour. I got the Walmart version of this, which came on this really cool hot pink, see-through pink vinyl. I just love her style. I love what her stuff sounds like. She has a really wonderful, unique sound, and I just had to make sure that I still had it in my collection. And I've spun it a couple times already. And last but not least is her second record. This is the Target alternate pressing of her second album, Guts. The original cover is different, but I wanted to get this version because, like I said, I love albums where it matches the theme and look at the record. So we got our purple record here, and we have a purple vinyl, which I just think is really slick looking. So, and colored ones don't sound better. They don't sound worse either. I've had one colored one that sounds kind of crappy, but that's not the record. It's not because it's colored. I think it was just a bad pressing. And unfortunately, that happens sometimes. Unfortunately, no matter what you do, sometimes you get a noisy pressing that just has a lot of hisses and crackles and whatever. But the nice thing is, a lot of companies, if you get something like that, you can write them, and if you have the receipt, they will send you a new copy for nothing, because they want you to have a great experience. A great example of that is I got Emmylou Harris's Wrecking Ball a few years ago, and the pressing was terrible. The record was really bad. I wrote the company that released it, and within a day or two, they had replied to me and shipped me out a new one, because I had my receipt, and I showed them the receipt, and they shipped me out a brand new one, and it sounds phenomenal. So, definitely you can do that if you end up with a pressing that sounds bad. So that was just a sampling of some of my colored vinyl. There's a lot more back here than I showed here, but that'd be a really long video, and I don't think y'all want to see all those. But those are just cool ones that I recommend, that I really enjoy, that I hope maybe you might check out as well. So until next time, we'll see you for another episode of Todd's Turntable Talk.